A day of resistance, a day of resilience, a day that will see many in the Test cricket world remember the names of Campbell and Hope and Greaves, and a day that pushes this Test into day 5. Who would have thought, Aakash Chopra?
I personally did not think that this will happen, but credit to the West Indies, the way they've batted, applied themselves, and pushed the Indian bowlers and even the creativity with regards to the captaincy to a point where they could drag the game into the 5th day. Of course, they were never going to win this Test matches, even though it might sound arrogant, but it is also absolutely true. So the best that they could do from where they started this Test match and just take it to the 5th day, I think it's an accomplishment.
And that means three important facets right there in your answer. But we must begin this day with a celebration of that West Indian batting effort. It's the longest they've batted in a Test innings against India since 2011. They've broken all sorts of records, which also point to the kind of challenges they've had as a batting unit. So, where do you want to start off with Campbell and Hope first?
Oh, well, I mean, let's talk about Campbell because 6 years it's taken for him to get to his first Test century, and it's come in conditions where most batters have found it very difficult, especially the modern day batters. When you come to India, you know it is not going to be easy. As an opener, you're used to playing the faster bowlers, but here the examination is far tougher against the spinners on a surface that is crumbling a little, not really a dust bowl, but it required patience. It required a positive mindset, something that we spoke about yesterday as well. He just carried on in the same vein and got to his century, which is remarkable. First in 25th Test match. I mean, that's quite a long time. But he's reached there, and it'll hold him in good stead going forward because this was a very decent bowling attack, including Bumrah and Siraj and Jadeja and Kuldeep. I mean, to negate and negotiate for a significant period of time, I think he's done very well.
Yeah, it deserves a lot of praise. It's also quite rare. Do you know who are the last two West Indian openers before Campbell to score Test hundreds in India?
Wavell Hines. Okay.
Man does his research.
Okay. The second one I'm actually struggling with.
We'd have to go all the way back to Gordon Greenwich
Oh my God.
in the 80s.
Wow.
That's how rare it is. So well done, John Campbell. Well done, Shea Hope, who had two Test hundreds, both of which had come in the same Test back in 2017 at Leeds. He gets another finally. But also the effort from Greaves and Seals, that 10th wicket partnership, also making India sweat.
Oh yes, and they actually exposed our lack of creativity, in my opinion. Something I won't call it complacency, but there are a few things that stood out in that partnership where India, for the 10th wicket, were waiting for things to happen. This is not how we see India operate in the field with 5 bowling options, and the options that we've discussed are high quality options. Yes, the pitch may have been on the slower side, and yes, they have bowled a lot of overs, but the field placements left me a little baffled, where I couldn't really make out I couldn't really understand who we are trying to get out. Whether it was Greaves or it was Seals, because we were happy to give singles to both. There were not enough attacking fielders for either. So the planning was just nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, quite bereft of ideas, India, particularly through that 10th wicket partnership. Is this the kind of innings and effort that could make India reconsider their strategy on pitches at home?
Well, it's an interesting one. This thought had crossed my mind while we were seeing this second innings unfold. But what other options do we have is what I'm thinking. I mean, the next challenge is South Africa. South Africa are already playing in Pakistan, where all the wickets, barring one, are taken by the spinners. So they will be playing against spin. They've got 3 spinners. So, I mean, if you prepare a dust bowl, you may walk into a trap. If you can't possibly create or prepare a green top, because again you will be up against a very good quality fast bowling unit. So I don't think India can actually, while there are lessons to learn and maybe a temptation to tinker with the conditions and prepare a surface that is more bowler friendly, but I don't think that's that viable an option against a team like South Africa, the current world Test champions, and they, especially after they're coming from a tour of Pakistan.
The other bit from this innings and this Test where India have bowled 200 overs, Nitish Kumar Reddy hasn't bowled. What do you think is happening there?
No idea. Seriously, he didn't bat in the previous game. He didn't bowl in this game, and once again, that's another aspect which eventually came to light. That okay, initially you might understand, but then comes a time in a test match where you say, I've tried everything and everyone, and enough number of times from both ends, and I've done whatever I could, and there's still no success. So why not go to Nitish Kumar Reddy? And all those things that I've said should not matter any which way, because he's a batter who bowls and he's playing as an all-rounder. So if he's playing as an all-rounder, then his job is to actually at some stage bowl. Him not bowling a single over was baffling, to say the least, and that would also put a question mark on the selection. As in when you're picking the next side, one test match he's lotted at 8. If he gets to bat at 5, he doesn't bowl. So what do we do with that number 6 slot come the test matches against South Africa?
Yeah, this is a series that is finishing with Nitish Kumar Reddy having batted 54 balls and having bowled 4 overs in the first innings of the first test, not bowled after that. It is amply clear that this management, this coach, they do enjoy having their all-rounders. But at the same time, is it possible that they are actually confused about how to use their all-rounders?
See, 6 bowling options are definitely, I mean, one too many, if not 2 in certain situations, and on certain, or rather in certain conditions where there are bowler-friendly pitches, you don't need those many bowlers. But if you got 6 and you are pushed into a corner where wickets are not falling the way you think they should, they would. So then, I mean, you need to try at least give him a bowl. Again, I don't have an answer for that question. Whether they're confused, they should not be. You have the options, use them. Is it down to the coach or the captain? Maybe both. I've got no idea because, again, logically, it doesn't make sense that Nitish Kumar Reddy did not bowl a single over.
A lot of things don't make sense on day 4 of this test. But what is the fact is that this test match is indeed going to day 5. India with 58 runs to win. We'll be joined by Aakash Chopra at the end of the Delhi test.